time, mate. That'd be like my 3 o'clock in the morning time, isn't it? When you get on like that. Oh, look at that! They're ramming into the auto car. What are you doing? Oi!
We remind all civilians to remain indoors during high-risk hours. Limit outdoor movement unless absolutely necessary.
Right. Yes. What? Sorry, say again? Right. Yes.
I've been monitoring the drone network. Mary Kelly has finally sent out the invitations to her. A slave market sale.
DedSec, it's Caitlin Lau. This is your specialty. Hack one of those drones and get the location where she's selling those poor microchipped people. Let's put an end to this.
Malik has been secured at the safe house.
All right. Well, now that we have him, we should talk to him. Find out what he knows about Zero Day. Just don't get too close to him, all right? As long as he's alive, he's a threat.
Okay, what is going on?
Hey, look, they're talking about our friend Malik on the GBB.
Show me.
Other documents in the Malik dossier, which were released by the organization known as DedSec. Officially, SIRS disputes the veracity of the documents, though sources within the organization claim...
Hey, listen, let's cut to the chase. We know you're behind the bombings, the embassy and the earlier bombings too. So no more bullshit. Just tell us everything.
The earlier bombings? What are you... Oh, God, I've been captured by morons. I didn't do those bombings. I tried to stop those bombings. I am a patriot, and they called me a crank. Even Emma. But that's when I knew that intelligence wasn't enough. To save the Empire, I would need power, and fast.
It doesn't add up. You knew about Zero Day beforehand.
I'm a spy. So yes, I knew a few details about the biggest terrorist attack in recent memory. Truth to tell, I really did think Zero Day was you. That's just Occam's razor. But if you insist on a conspiracy, Albion stood the most to gain. Have you really not thought of this?
No need to insist on conspiracies. They're out there, mate. So save your breath. Nothing you say will wipe your slate. Enjoy your new digs.
Oh, I doubt I'll be here long. These walls will fall along with all of you soon enough. This radical cooperative you've created is doomed to fail, like they all are. I've seen it a dozen times in a dozen places. You will tear yourselves apart. You won't even need Zero Day or Albion or whoever. A single unified ideology, a single strong leader. These have been the characteristics of power for all of human history. Democracy and pluralism were anomalies, blips on the timeline. That's what you are, DedSec. A footnote in the history of the Empire. But now the page is turning, and you are not ready for what happens next.
Yeah, well. Right. Yes,
What's good, Chief? I'm sorry for not being there IRL, but there's no way I'm coming out of my hidey hole. But I'll keep an encrypted connection open to your safe house. I was having a chat with your mate, Richard Malik. Just a former SIRS agent and a former Albion drone talking shop. Anyway, he pointed me to this audio recording. You should give it a listen. Could be something big.
All right, let's hear it.
And when you got a moment, give Malik a smack across the chops for me, will you?
What the hell do you mean there's no open investigation? Are you the police or not?
We are. And I mean it exactly the way it sounds.
My friend was a journalist. She was working on a story about SIRS kidnapping people off the street, and then she goes missing. You don't find that the slightest bit suspicious?
Look, the decision not to investigate happened way over my pay grade. Do you understand? Way over.
The journalist mentioned in that call seems to have run afoul of SIRS. And seeing as they've taken 1984 less as a dire warning and more as an instruction book, she may be in trouble.
She needs our help.
Agreed. Let's do it.
I've marked her last known location on your map. You should hurry, though. It was dated recently enough that SIRS might not have caught up with her yet. Well, that was simple, even for you. Give me a moment to decipher the security codes.
So, Bagley, what do you have?
Mary Kelly is holding her sale at Hackney Baths. Opened in 1904, it was, as the name implies, a public sanitation facility. In today's more enlightened modern times, it's a slave trading market.
She mentioned foreign investors, so this is big. It means associates, clients, employees, anyone remotely involved in her organization. We're taking Mary Kelly down from within.
Inspector Lau wants to take her case against Mary Kelly to a contact in the Attorney General's office, which means gathering as much data as we can to make sure it has the leverage needed for them to prosecute.
The microchips are a huge part of this equation that we know almost nothing about. We need something tangible about these things. See if you can find anything. Blueprints, receipts, samples.
So, the plan is simple. Crash the Kellys' soiree, find out as much as you can, and, minor detail, try not to get killed.
Can't be too careful at the Baths team. Mary can kill all her captives with the push of a button. If we try to free them now, they're good as dead. She doesn't know we're on to her yet. That gives us the advantage.
Of the upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the
Control,
technology.
I've lost sight of the target.
Changed
Over.
everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have
Shit, I don't know what I was thinking.
to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, browse the internet directly as if the screen is in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld view. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple.
Target is long gone.
Now. All you have
Disengage.
to do
Over
is
and out.
choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the
Auto
queue.
drive now
It even
enabled.
acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere.
No, I...
Albion services are authorized to respond to potential threats and alert.
Such a child. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problems? No one really talks about that anymore.
I don't talk about it because we don't have any choice when it comes to the optic. Yes, it's convenient and mandatory.
Auto drive now.
Everybody's forgotten what it really means. Here, you've got a whole company owning basically all the data about your life.
What now?
Don't just blunder in. Hack the building's CTOS hub and see what to expect once you're inside.
Solid plan.
Want to fix anything? Everything right now is great for politicians. No. All power, no accountability. No! Voting will not fix it. This is your last chance.
You want me?
Walk away.
What?
What do you want, shitface?
Is your problem? I'm not looking for trouble.
I'm connected.
Get all the names, places, dates, whatever information you can in there. We need to build this case. And find a way to free those people.
I'll see what I can find.
Aye, no one's here yet. Good thing, too. The champagne's late. And you know how these rich bastards like free plonk. We ain't up the teeth with it. Yeah, products primed and ready for sale, no worries. Nah, she ain't. Not for this lot, at least, which is fine with me. She's the boss and all, but, exactly. Always on eggshells when she's around, you know. Bound to be bloody, too. Later.
Yes, a sort of low-brow chic.
Come on, look at the camera. Straight. Right, that's good. Stand up now. And slowly turn around.
I don't want to do this. Please.
Get your fucking ass up. Fucking miserable. There's no way this bastard will sell. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
All right then, get him downstairs. We'll update the catalogue and put his stats online. No, I'm sorry. I'll do what you say. Don't take me there, no!
Shut the fuck up!
Shit. What the fuck?
Let's have a look.
Chances are good the basement will be locked. Chances are equally good that one of these knobheads left their access code laying around somewhere. Thanks for the cellar key, knobhead.
Brilliant.
I want to go home. Okay, what is going on? Oh no. Don't run your hands down, right? Fuck you, got everything right. Black man, isn't it? Shit, I gotta get out of here.
That's not what I'm...
Don't fuck them off.
Look alive!
Not here. Checking another area. I think we're good, but I'll take a look around. Clear in here.
Facial recognition is required to keep the citizens of London safe. Obstructing or obscuring your face
Oh, this is just beyond, man. Darling, let's go have some bubbly and maybe buy ourselves a servant. It's fucking sickening.
Keep your head. If we try anything before disabling the microchips, Mary Kelly is liable to purge her inventory.
Technology has made transplants an easy and accessible option for extending your life. Add decades with a new heart. Kidneys, lungs, cornea. The golden...
This is the Golden Goose. Mary Kelly set up a fucking online marketplace for the darkest shit. Human trafficking, black market organs, guns. Gotta put a stop to this, mate.
I suggest washing your hands after this. Well, here's something interesting.
Miss Kelly, why is our explosive ship delayed? Did you receive the crypto?
Every penny, love. Must admit, I thought you were some trolls chatting shit in Mum's basement.
And what do you think now?
I think you're well funded. And my organisation could be implicated in something quite ghastly. I think the price just doubled.
True to your reputation. But we can offer you something more valuable than money.
What's that then?
Power. We can make you the
Queen of London.
Queen, eh? A queen is sovereign, autonomous.
Unchecked. Release our shipment, and London will be yours to rule.
Oh, I know a good deal when I hear one. Fireworks are on the way. Careful you don't burn yourselves now.
Ah, this is the nail in her coffin. Mary Kelly supplied the explosives for the bombings. Add that to the slaves and the organ market, she is done.
That's an interesting turn of events. So Mary isn't Zero Day, but she's involved. I have to admit, Zero Day's plan to cover their tracks was clever, and it worked. Even I didn't suspect this, and I suspect a lot of things.
Let's not lose sight of what we're doing here. We need everything on the Golden Goose for Caitlin's case. Bagley, were you able to recover any data?
This is a simple market site. I've recovered inventory lists, but not much that will help Inspector Lau's case.
We need to find her servers. Can you do that, Bags? We can get Caitlin's info and shut down this whole thing before it goes online.
I'd love to, but the servers are rudely jumping all over the world. They're probably using a shuffle protocol and some kind of mixnet. I can work it out, obviously, but it will take me a few days.
Our gracious host upstairs. He'll know something.